Just because you don't cook your burger on a grill or barbecue, it doesn't mean that you can't make it tasty. So today I'm going to show you how to cook your burger in a frying pan the right way. Now, something to understand here right from the beginning is your ingredients, which is really important. I've got here minced beef, which is around 20% fat content. And why 20% is because we want to have that moisture into our burger. If it's less than that, most likely it will become dry, it will become tough, and we don't want that. Now, of course, you could form your burgers by using your hands, but if you want consistency, if you want them to be at the same thickness, I feel like investing in a burger press, which is really cheap anyway. This is also great if you want to store them later on. You can just keep them in that plastic wrap, and just use them later, or freeze them if you wish. Now, of course, you could add all sorts of ingredients in your burger mix. Actually, I've got a recipe on my channel way back when I started cooking on this channel, which is kind of different from this one. It's just got so many other ingredients in it, but we're gonna keep it simple, we're gonna keep it classic, and we're gonna add the seasoning later on. Now, to cook our burger, set a pan on high heat. And in this situation, I'm using a stainless steel frying pan, which I think it works amazingly well for burgers because it gives your burgers a nice golden brown color and a bit of a crust as well. We're adding salt, good amount of salt on each side, and also freshly ground black pepper. Now, I know I said 20% fat on the burgers, but we're still gonna help this with a bit of oil because then I find that it doesn't stick to the pan. It also gives a nicer caramelization and crust on the burgers. So just about 1-2 tablespoons, no more than that. Obviously, you can use beef fat if you've got, even better. In this situation, I've got a frying oil that's resistant to high temperatures. And yes, put your burger away from you in the pan because there are chances that it can splatter that oil on your hands, and you don't want that. Naughty. And how do you know if your pan is hot enough? Well, when you're adding your oil, it starts smoking slightly, and then is when you add your burger. Now, you should have a good extraction because otherwise, you're gonna cause a lot of smoke into your kitchen. But that's the downside, of cooking it right, because you want that caramelization and you're only gonna get it with high heat. And in terms of cooking, we're gonna leave this in a pan for about 3 minutes. So it starts forming that crust, nice and golden brown in color, and it will naturally get released from the pan, so it won't stick if you do it right. Let's see what we've got. Look at this nice caramelization, beautiful. And now about 3 minutes on the other side to get that nice crust, and then it's about controlling the heat, because your burger most likely about 2 minutes or 3 minutes on each side won't be cooked all the way through. So what you need to do is reduce your temperature slightly. And in order to know whether you got to the right temperature or not, you can always use a probe thermometer, and I highly recommend using that because the temperature we want to reach here is about 165 Fahrenheit or 74-75 degrees Celsius, because that's the safe to eat temperature for burgers and minced beef. But in order to produce that oven effect, and if your burger is not ready, you can reduce the heat slightly, get a lid on, and it will continue cooking just at a slightly lower temperature, because now we achieved that nice crust. All we want now is not burning it, but also make sure that it's cooked all the way through. And as we are getting now closer to the right temperature, I'm gonna grate some cheddar cheese here so we can add it on top. So now we are approaching 160 degrees Fahrenheit, so we can add our cheese on top. And back to our oven effect, with the lid on, the cheese will melt nicely. Cheese melted, the temperature of the burger is right, so now we can remove this from the heat. Now, if you enjoyed this simple recipe and you're watching from mobile, make sure that you give this video a hype. And if you want to see another amazing recipe, which you can pair with this burger, I've got a portion of fries for you right here.